and action. So it's working pretty good, man. All right, so GoPro Hero 3. Downloaded the app GoPro on my phone, and I can control the camera from here, so I can record, play with the settings, and even I can see what you guys see. I don't know if you can see that, but I see you, you see me, everybody sees everybody in this car. That's what it is, man. But anyways, man, what's going on, man? I hope you're having a good one. Welcome to my first inboard vlog video inside of this Integra 2000. And you know, I gotta say, I was shocked about all the comments of you guys on my recent video. It seems like a lot of you guys know about cars, man. You guys are not only gamers. I mean, some of you guys own Integras, used to own them, or are planning on having one of them. So that's pretty cool, man. So if there's anything that whatever I say here can give you a tip or not, well, you know, it's cool to know, man. So anyways, it's a really beautiful day today, man. We're gonna go for a little drive, and I want to talk about, you know, the little steps that I went through during this engine swap. But before we get into that, all I gotta say is, listen, 3 years ago I purchased this car, a Cura Integra GS, 1.8 liter, stock, 140 HP, no Vtec, came with leather seats, has power windows, AC, sunroof, and that's pretty much it, man. There's nothing too fancy in this car. This is a car that is very basic. All it is, it's you, the steering wheel, the shifter, pedals, and that's it, man. You know, no GPS, Bluetooth, heat seats, or, you know, nothing too fancy. Anyways, so let's start this, and hopefully the sound of the audio, you know, is not too bad, because I'm using the internal mic of the GoPro. I'm gonna try to work that out to get an external mic soon, but so far this is what we got, so we're gonna have to deal with it. All right, so let's kick this, man. Woo! Don't you love it? So what can I say about this car, man? It's a fun fucking car. You know, it's not the most powerful car, but in terms of, is it fun to drive? Oh man. Every single bit of it, man. So what were the steps when I first got the engine? Number one, we open up the head cover. Then we wanted to change the timing belt, water pump, thermostat, and the spark plugs. After we done all of that, the other mission was to check if the clutch was good. So we had to take the transmission apart, check if the transmission was good, and I mean the clutch, and it was completely finished. Moved the old engine, cleaned the whole thing around, you know, with water pressure and a little bit of oil degreasing, whatever. Then we put the Type R engine with the transmission, and then we added the headers, which you've seen in the picture, which is 4:1. It's big, like this. It's about like 2.5 inches, and had the whole line exhaust till the back, original from Type R with the muffler. I didn't want like a really noisy muffler, you know, so I went everything original. And other than that, well, that was pretty much it for the mechanic. So in terms of power, what is the difference? I went from 140 HP no Vtec to 200 210 with Vtec. If you're not familiar what Vtec is, I'm sure some of you guys probably know what it is. It's almost like a turbo. Almost. It doesn't work the same way, but the feeling is almost like it. What happens is you have an extra valve that opens at a certain RPM, and it just gives that more, you know, more torque, man, more juice to the engine. For example, muscle cars, you know, they have a lot of torque. You know, when it's at the start, those cars, they can go. But when they get like around 6,000-7,000 RPM, they don't have much juice. This car is completely the opposite. At the beginning, it's so-so. Once it hits 5,800 RPM, the Vtec kicks, and that's when the whole heart is of this engine. This car feels great. So the other thing that got added to the car was suspension. So I added 4 suspensions of brand Cusco, where they're adjustable in 3 ways. You can even adjust the damper, the height, or the spring rate. So we had to play with them a little bit because, you know, you have to find the perfect height for the car, the perfect hardness or softness. And it all depends of you. You know, like I like a little bit more stiffer, but not too much. I want the suspensions to work, you know, because when it's too stiff, it's not good. So you still want your suspensions to work there. So I got it to my, you know, customized for me. The other thing is we added the sway bar in the front, as you've seen, and the strut bar in the back. Once I got all of that, the last thing I added was these Ricardo seats. You know, the car came with leather seats. They're very comfortable, they're good, they're nice, they look nice in the car. But, you know, when you take these turns at a certain speed, you know, you're moving a little bit too much, and I don't like that. I really like to be, you know, because the most important thing is when you're driving is your back has to be completely touching, you know, the back of your seat. That's how you feel your car. That's the best way of feeling your car. If you're driving and you're like this, you know, it's the worst thing. It really is the worst thing. So when you have your back glued to the back seat, everything that happens when in terms of balancement and when your car is, you know, the gravity is going further or it goes to the one way or the other way, you feel everything with your back. So this is very important. So I wanted to add these Ricardo seats, which by the way, they feel fucking great. I fucking love them. They're almost like bucket seats, but it's semi, you know, let's just say. You know, it's just a fun car to drive, and like I said, there's nothing really special, man, in this car besides the steering wheel, the shifter, you know, the seats, and it's you and the engine, you and the car, and that's all it is, man. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, well, you know what you got to do. Until next time, I'm Soldier, and I'm out of here. Peace.